But I had this chance. I was like really, really happy inside, like trying not to freak out and be like, I'm in a school. You know, people will be like, she's crazy. Testing. Okay. Hello. Good morning, evening, or whatever time zone you're in. My name is Mar. I'm in Tokyo right now, and today we have a nice topic. Like what things I wanted to try in Japan when I came living here or just for travel. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm a bit nervous today because right before the stream started, we had a gas inspection and the mic stopped working. So it's been a bit, less prepared. But all right. So about the topic, I have noted 10 points, actually 11 points on things I came to Japan and I really, really, really want to check and see and experience by myself. And I can talk about how it was, what anime influenced that. And I can also say I'm still so excited about that. So for the first one, you have the image from Haikyuu. And you may guess that when I wanted to watch, maybe it's not exactly volleyball, but actually crows. I'm not used to having crows around and they're sun and they're so classic in anime everywhere, like especially like school, day life anime and so on. And it's especially more of a thing in this anime in particular, which maybe I actually did I start watching this one when I already was in Japan. But in any case, it was really nice to. I remember coming to live here, or even the first trip I did back in like 2011, and waking up and hearing crows and being like, "Whoa, I'm not home." For in case you may not know, I grew up in Barcelona, so we do have crows, but not as many or not getting so close to humans at all. So that would be one of the things, right? Okay, so there's some animals that I wanted to see when I came to Japan. Obviously, like tanukis or foxes, but that's not the day to day. But butterflies, crows, definitely, it was very nice. Right now, I appreciate more other animals. Like I just appreciate all animals as I used to do before. Just the Shiba Inus, cats, dogs, and anything really that you showed to me. Something curious though is that bugs here are bigger in size, and it took me a while to get used to that. You see these like huge, like black butterflies. You can also see them in bleach, but I couldn't find a specific image of it. Like I say huge because in comparison, if I say butterfly in Spain, maybe they get as big as maybe this, I guess, so that's what I usually see around living there. And these black ones are like much bigger, and they're in this like black purplish. Is it called kuroageha in Japanese? Maybe you can look for it, or we can look for it later. There's something called kumabachi. Bachi means bee. Kumo, wait, a bee that's called like the bear bee, and it's huge. It's huge, and actually, it doesn't sting. But when you see a bee-like thing, like big black shiny thing, getting around you, well, well, it's a thing, and it doesn't sting or anything. But before you learn that, you try to step away from it. There's also a dangerous bee, well, wasps. Actually, the dangerous wasp that it's the suzumebachi. Literally, I think it's suzume would be cascabel in Spanish, but I cannot remember the word in English. The suzumebachi is like red, orange, very dangerous wasp. But actually, I think it's now expanding in other places in the world. It eats bees, and if it stings you for 2 times or more, you are likely to pass away. Like the giant wasps are cool aesthetically. When I see one though, and knowing that they're so dangerous that they can kill you, I'm not happy about them. And then I retrocede. Actually, I have a story about that. I think it was in the first 2 months I came to Japan to live, I believe. I had this habit or this like little fun thing to like I have my house and I go around the streets and go back more or less, but I didn't have uh I wasn't used to check that. I think I was like with just nothing. I just like left the house and went away. And from my own intuition I knew how to come back. home, because I can always just go back, like trace back what I've been to. But I started hearing this like big sound, and I turned. At some point, I was like in this like very narrow bridge in between forests and houses. It's a narrow like wooden bridge, and I hear in my back, and I see like this big wasp, and my intuition was like, this is not something you want. I still didn't know about the suzumebachi right now, like this well, poisonous venomous. I'm not sure now. Uh, but deadly wasp, and my intuition was like, do not cross that path again, because if there was a big bush and there was like, I think like the bee was going around that bush. So I had to like, okay, so I can just like keep going, getting farther away from home, and somehow I'll find my way back, because I didn't dare like go back and trace from when that was, and I found my way back. I'm here, so nothing bad happened. But it was a scary thing. So because I went when I arrived, my homestay grandparents like were like, "What's going on?" Because I was like, "Wait, I found this, blah blah blah," and they actually told me, "Actually, you did well, because they're a bit like, obviously they're not like going to, a human and go attack, but they're also not like super like it doesn't take a lot to trigger them either, from what I've heard and I've learned. Maybe I'm incorrect, but in any case, I didn't go after it, and they told me it's good. Like, I didn't go after it to take a picture, for example. So the next topic would be mountains. Okay, so going to Japan, like in the animes, what you see is Mount Fuji everywhere. Like that's the like it's as if that's the only mountain that exists and matters in Japan is Mount Fuji, which mountain, I mean, was a volcano, is a volcano. And that's all you see. So that's all I wanted to see when I came to Japan. I was like, oh, I want to see Mount Fuji. Funny enough, the first few times I tried to see Mount Fuji, I couldn't. So at some point I was joking, saying like, they invented it, it doesn't even exist. Like, come on. I'm going like trips to get close to Mount Fuji, but there was so much like mist or clouds and everything they couldn't see. It's like, are you sure they made it up? I mean, I was joking, but a bit like annoyed, like, "Oh, why can't I see it?" And now I've seen it plenty of times from the far away. I haven't been super, super close to it. I guess the closest I've been to it might have been when with the school they brought us to a Fuji Q Highlando, which is a thematic park that's quite close to it, and you can see like quite big. And you can see it from various prefectures, various cities. You can see it from some of the bullet trains going through. So I saw it, and I'm like, fine. The thing is, since coming to Japan in the last years, especially since 2020, I became more interested in actually hiking, going to the mountain, going to nature, like going out from the city. And I started discovering these many other mountains. So I always wanted to like go to nature and so on. But now it's like I go to the mountain to hike. So basically, the old anime influenced me to see Fuji, Mount Fuji, and I saw it, but I never tried to hike it because, well, many reasons. It's expensive. It takes like only a few months on the year. You need some gear. You need to go with someone. They say it's difficult and various things. I haven't done it yet. I may want to do it in the future. I'm not sure. Yeah. So there are so many more mountains to explore in Japan, which the conditions that I actually enjoy, which are like maybe less people, less difficult. You can do it in your own gear, your friends. In this case, maybe I go with my husband. Sometimes two times I've went alone. Yeah, so I like hiking, and interesting enough, in terms of anime and mountains, let me show you actually. If you go to Inuyasha, you can see a bit of like the mountain range and sakuras and so on. This is a bit more like what I'm used to see, like just lots of mountains around. And there's an anime. So this anime called Yurukyan. So basically, yeah, you see Fuji, it's everywhere. But this anime Yurukyan, I think it's half sponsored or related to the Outdoor Society something. So it's actually made for people who likes camping outdoors and hiking east. I think it's more like camping in the nature. And it's like these groups of characters that go into various mountains and they show you, oh, we're using this gear to go this place, and this is a peak, this is a this. Like, it's very educational and very chill. And I haven't seen the whole anime yet, but basically that's more of what I'm doing now without the camping. I do mostly day trips, or if we go to somewhere in the far away, then one of the days is for the hike, and I'm really enjoying mountain. It's more like what you're seeing in the background. It's just like that. Usually the cities in Japan are in the flat area, so it's like very flat. You may have like houses, cities, rivers, plantations, like farms, everything is in the flat area, and then you see a mountain, like exactly what you're seeing in the back, and it's just like that. Right now, I appreciate more Inuyasha's backgrounds because like, when I hike, I feel like, oh, I'm in one of those mountains where they're going, and you see the temples and creatures. Sometimes it's like traditional and religion-based, interesting elements, like mood cravings, or obviously like the actual temple and so on. It's very fun.